Hello everybody, I'm Joe Blair. Welcome to Golfing the Tri-State. Today, we're Boonville Country Club. I love this place, you're gonna love it too. It's right on Highway 61, halfway between Boonville and Linville. We're gonna be talking with the pro and proprietor, Bill Rendall, who has taught me more about golf than any one person in the world. You're gonna love it. Golfing the Tri-State, we go to a different course every week, have a great time exploring the course, and a good time with the people that work there. Back at Boonville Country Club coming up on Golfing the Tri-State. Welcome back to Golfing the Tri-State at Boonville Country Club. Bill Rendall.
Sir.
Willie, how you doing, brother?
Excellent, thank you for having us out.
This is a beautiful golf course. Bill Rendall is the pro here, and you've made amazing changes with this golf course. I'm familiar with it. Maybe 3 years ago, you came maybe a year and a half ago, 2 years?
Yeah, we're a little over 18 months now, about 20 months.
And you've done amazing things with the greens especially.
Well, we're very fortunate to have the crew that I had picked up when I got here, and we've added a few that have just done miraculous work. We've went on a good program to do the right things, and it's turned out real well. We're very, very proud of it, and we keep working harder to make it even better in the future.
And you're working on the fairways right now. They look really good, but you're doing some special work on that.
We're doing a lot of work on the fairways. That was our next project. Our tees are pretty clean. We're doing a lot of work on those also, but we wanted to really make it the finest place for you to come and play for an inexpensive amount of money to where you can enjoy it and bring your family or your guests and really have an enjoyable day.
Well, tell us a little bit about the course. Like, what's the hardest hole at Boonville Country Club?
For many, the hardest hole playing out here is number 16. It's a dogleg right that is a severe dogleg right where you can challenge it by laying up and safely in front of a lake that's down at the bottom of the hill, or you can take a driver and try to cut it over the other side of the hill, but there's many trees that will run into you before and after, so you can get in trouble. But after that, if you make that happen, we've got about a slow 3-grade upgrade to the green, which will take anywhere from, some days it's a 1-iron all the way to a pitching wedge, depending on where you decide to hit it.
I love playing this course because of the different elevations. You've got hills, it's gorgeous, and some new trees too.
Yeah, we've started adding a tree program. As some of you know, we lost about 26 in our straight winds. The first probably 6 months I was here, we had a straight wind come through and take out about 26 trees. So we started a new tree program, which has been great. We have a whole new committee that's been taking care of it and really doing a good job for putting the future of this club back in play. A lot of the trees that you'll see out here today, they're very small, but they're 15, 16 feet, and they'll make a big difference in the next couple of years. And I think we put them in some nice spots, and we'll be keeping the tree program and other things that you'll notice every year. There'll be something better, bigger, better while we're here.
And if you played Boonville Country Club like maybe 3 years ago, I remember hole 12. It was a barnyard with a stick in it. It really was. I mean, this green was unbelievable, but as you're seeing right now, a picture of the green on 12. Beautiful. How'd you do that?
I'll tell you what, it took a lot of work from Roger and the crew, Nick and Jerry. All the boys made a big effort to kind of do the right things. And like I said, we finally had the opportunity to come out and drill and fill and get all the clay that was down below the green where we couldn't really get things growing, the root system going. And now that we have that in play, you'll be able to see the difference. All the greens have made such a great comeback, and we're very, very proud of what we have right now.
And Bill's wife, Jama, works here too, and she's so sweet. That kind of gives you energized too.
Having her beside me every day kind of makes it a lot better, because when things are going bad or we're having a hard time with something, whatever, she just reminds me how important, you know, our family and our friends are, and just kind of take a deep breath back and take a look at all we accomplished. And like I said, I'm very proud and very fortunate to have the people around me that I do here at the club, especially the membership. And
stay tuned, because Bill's going to have a great tip for us coming up in the next segment. Also, in the last segment, speaking of family, he's golf royalty. This guy, you're gonna find out about that, so you got to stick around here on Golfing the Tri-State, Boonville Country Club, smack dab almost really on Highway 61 between Boonville and Linville. I always take I take SQ, you know, from the Ford shop. Yep. And kind of take Millersburg Road, is it? I go the mouse way.
You can.
When I come, it cuts off like
There's many ways, but like you said, now that they've built the highway here and the bridge is cleaned up on Morgan and 62 coming down, it's really quick just coming down Morgan and just hop it on 61 and downtown Boonville, and get you right out here in just a couple minutes.
Piece of cake. Golfing the Tri-State, back with a great tip from Bill Rendall coming up on Golfing the Tri-State. Welcome back to Golfing in the Tri-State. We are here at Boonville Country Club today with Bill Rendall, and it's time for the tip of the week. And Bill, we were talking about what tip that you should give, and we discussed it, and maybe you should just show everybody what you showed me about a year ago. It helped me out unbelievably. I mean, it's just more than any other tip from anybody.
We could do that. We're gonna get, it's part of Hogan. If you ever get into any of the Hogan swings and kind of his, you know, fives, this is one of his five, to get the hips and elbows moving together and staying together on the takeaway to just become a lot more consistent. Too many players out there today just throw their hands back and you'll see it and have to break a plane, so to speak, to where they'll get it thrown over the top. This way it'll get you in good position every time to come back to the ball, and it'll just improve your game immensely if you just work with it during the winter.
Get you in the slot, baby. All right, it's the bucket drill.
It's the bucket drill.
Shall
it's
I grab
real
the
simple.
bucket?
Yeah, let me go ahead
All right. There you go.
It's real simple. All we need to do is make sure when you have your student come in, if you want to come in here and try to keep him in his alignment, get his alignment sticks, keep everything kind of to where he's working towards the target. Get your hands underneath. Both hands don't go to the side of the basket because they stay underneath, so your elbows are pointing right at your hips. Yep. Anytime that you have that, you keep the triangle, keep your whole core of your body together in a movement. As you take it back, you try to make sure that the core of your body, not your hands. If you move your hands and arms back without your body, the basket will tip and you'll spill the balls out. You want to keep the balls up and the basket correct
at all times. You do not want to spill the balls.
And it's very simple just to be able to hand it and rotate back and make sure that you sit into that right leg. You'll feel your quad really be solid where you won't break down. If you straighten up the leg, then you're going to have that overtop swing. Get used to loading into that leg, and a real easy way is to take your right hip and make sure it's sitting over your right heel, and that'll get you in perfect position. If you just work on that piece and keep that center, by the time you get to practicing, getting on the range and start moving it, you can do this on the range too. Take the basket, or at home I have a little 5-pound weight, 8-pound weight, whatever you want, or if you want to fill up a water jug with sand, you can use it. And just while you're sitting there watching Sports Center or whatever you're watching the Golf Channel, go ahead and just load into that position, and you'll get so used to having your hands in front of your chest, your game will just improve immensely.
Or WEVV. Here we go.
Perfect.
Good?
Absolutely perfect.
Okay. And then you just transfer that to the
to the golf swing, and you'll see it in his. We can do it in the driver or with the 7-iron. We'll start with the 7-iron. You'll watch. If you want to make a couple swings with it, we can do the same thing. Okay. He'll be doing the same thing. He feels that position.
I still have my grip the way you showed me.
Our grip's in still great shape.
Still in great shape.
We're hanging naturally. And just take it, just try to move it. And if you want, when you're out there, try to make sure you can lay another stick down or a club and put it right at the ball of your feet, so you make sure you're taking it back to the core into that one position right there. Never take it too far back, because that'll get you to start casting it. You want to make sure that you keep it right on that plane so it'll drop it and move right back down on plane, so you're square all the way through the golf shot. Very good. It's coming out cold and he just pipes it. It's an easy game for some.
It's easy. This is an easy game.
If you do it correctly, it makes it a lot easier. Let the club do all the work. Quit making yourself do all the work. Keep the hands and arms, let them follow that body.
Here's my best one.
And he's got him straight down the middle again. He can't get in any trouble with that swing.
Fantastic.
Nice work.
Thanks, buddy.
Well done.
Appreciate it. What else can you pass along to us?
Best thing
about
is
maybe swing thoughts. You always hear about that.
My swing thoughts is just simple. If the simpler you make it, the better. And with this little technique of getting used to keeping your hands underneath where your elbows are to your hips, you're going to simplify your takeaway to where it's going to be the exact same every time, so you won't have lefts, cross. It'll always be in the same position to where you can get back to the ball consistently. So start with one, work specifically on the takeaway. The second thing you could start working on from that point, after you get used to that position, after we get to this position, we're used to it, work on getting the butt of the club moving back down towards the ball, because that'll keep that shaft up against your right shoulder as long as it can to give you more release and get those hands quickened up a little bit.
Neat. Yeah, it does just kind of free your mind up, and you can
make it simple. Simpler you make it, just try to make your pre-swing, everything's simple. The simpler the better, because then you won't be tossing around with 8 million things in your head while you're standing over the golf ball. You want to just think go. You don't want to ever think a don't.
Right.
Or no.
Yeah.
Lose those two things, no or don't. Don't stand over the ball thinking that, because it's just, you'll be done.
More with Bill Rendall coming up. That's tip of the week. We're going to have Joe's scorecard on the way, and we're going to talk about golf royalty right here next on Golfing the Tri-State. Boonville Country Club with Bill Rendall. Welcome back to Golfing the Tri-State with Bill Rendall at Boonville Country Club, right on Highway 61 between Linville and Boonville. What a beautiful course. It's been a lot of fun today, and I told you that this guy's rock and roll golf royalty, and he is. First time I interviewed you, back when I was on the radio, he said, yeah, I got my cousin to golf. You know, when I was about, you were 9 or something?
5 years old, and he was 9.
And he was 9. And you said, you got to come golfing with me, man. Your moms are sisters. His first cousin is Mark O'Meara, major winner, 2 majors.
2 majors.
Tiger's buddy.
Yep.
And you still talk to Mark and have family reunions and the whole thing.
Well, we'd like to be able to spend some more time with him. He's so busy playing tour. He almost, won last week where he's working hard and playing well enough to where, he's a fisherman at heart. If you ever want to see a fisherman, he just absolutely will stay out there all day long on a lake as well as on a golf course.
That is so cool. You got him to golf.
It was kind of my dad and his uncle forced him to go out because they didn't trust me on my own at 5 going out at Mission Viejo golf course, and there were so many hills and they were just making sure I was taken care of. So they had Mark go out with me, and he started hitting some of my clubs just kind of because he had to go with me, so he did it, and then he really enjoyed it and became so good at it. It was amazing. We're really proud of the things he's accomplished in his lifetime, and look forward to getting to do some fun things with him in the future. Well,
you've accomplished a lot too. You won several tournaments last year, and you travel around. You play crooked stick.
Yeah, we've had some fun. I've been very fortunate after the serious kind of lymphoma that I ended up in, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and being able to come back from that and starting to win again, and play a little bit. It's been a pretty exciting year for me, and look forward to a lot of great years ahead.
Now, the lymphoma, that's another thing I wanted to talk to you about. Frog. Fully Rely on God. It's a really neat organization that you basically came up with, and your buddy Jace Bugg passed away of cancer. And that was the impetus, right?
Jace was it. Jace, while he was out on tour, carried the frog, which I carry with me every day in his honor, and we try to keep him alive every day and ask him for help while we're on the golf course when we're getting in trouble out there. Yep. But he carried it on his bag and believed that faith, family, and friends would carry him through, and he kept that all the way through, when he was going through his leukemia and it looked like it was coming out, and when he passed, there was a lot of people in the tri-state here and all around the country that were sad because he was such a good person.
Now, you can also check golfingthetristate.com, find out about all the scrambles, and Bill's Frog Scramble will be on there for 2013. And also, go ahead and sign up at our database, golfingthetristate.com, for a round for 4 people here at Boonville Country Club. You're going to love it.
You will absolutely adore this place, especially next year with all the things that we've done to get it ready, for the whole season long. You'll be amazed at how beautiful it will be.
And the Frog Scramble benefits Studio B.
Studio B, the after-school project that we do here in the Warwick County. It's a great thing for all the kids that are in need and needy, and there's so many people in the area that do so many things to help them, deliver goods. They do free haircuts by Supercuts and all the haircutting around the area. Clothes they donate. People donate their time to tutor the kids, donate computers. So we have 2 classrooms down there that they can do a lot of work, and the directors are amazing, the things that they've done with music and things to keep the children that are really in need happy and full. And we do a dinner every Tuesday night for them down there at the program. We try to help out when we can to go down and feed them also and help serve. But the things that they do is well worth the tournament, and we are honored to be able to run this tournament for them.
Bill Rendall, you're awesome, buddy.
Thank you, sir, very much.
Boonville Country Club is fantastic. We're going to go do Joe's scorecard, and we're going to play 16, right?
Excellent.
Hole 16. Come out to Boonville Country Club, okay? Go to golfingthetristate.com, sign up for the free round for 4, and also, if you come and match me or beat me at Boonville Country Club this week, you'll also be entered into a drawing for a great hat from Golfing the Tri-State, okay? All right, Bill, let's do it.
Thank you.
Hole 16, baby, Golfing the Tri-State. All right, Will Firestone, Joe's scorecard, Boonville Country Club.
On our way to hole number 16. I love that lake. Someday I'm going to go out there and fish it.
You love to fish, don't you? Now, this was probably my worst golf shot of the year so far. I didn't even make it to the clearing. It's a dogleg right. You got to make it almost where his cart is. That's Bill and Daryl the assistant pro. And
You have no choice but just kind of lay it up there with those trees there. I mean,
yeah, I just kind of wimped it into the middle. But that was probably my best shot on the hole, maybe. Par 4, here's my third shot. Hopefully get it to the green, but no. Oh, it's wimpingly close. just over the river, really. Now I've got a kind of a long chip.
I was really pulling for you on this one, and yeah.
They're going to meet or beat me this week, that's for sure. Okay, there's my fourth shot. So this is for bogey, and look at that long putt.
You can do it, though. Come on, Joe.
Bill Rendall did like my putt. He said, pretty good putt, and you'll see why. It's kind of looks like it's going to go in, and then it breaks out. My distance was good. All right, good
and
camera
it always
work.
seems to pull to the right.
Good camera work, Firestone. And there it is.
And there it is.
Double bogey, a 6.
Ouch.
I rub it in on myself.
But it's easy for you to beat Joe.
Just go to Joe's scorecard page on golfingthetristate.com. Put in your score on that hole, and you could win this hat if you win the draw. There it is, Joe's Scorecard, Boonville Country Club.